it's your Athena, and welcome back. It's a great pleasure to be in your reality today. Looks different, huh? Well, this is what it looks like from, this is where the camera normally is when I'm looking at you from the chair. So now we're on the other side, and I hope that this is good lighting. And, this is what we have to do in life. Sometimes look at things from a different perspective, from a different position, from a different angle than how we've been looking at them, and not try to solve our problems with the same mind that created them, from the same approach all the time. Step back, go to the left, go to the right, go over, go under. Look at it differently. We have to as problem solvers and creators of our life. And that is part of the creative process. So, recently someone asked me how long I've been in remission. How long have I been in remission from ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, and other things that I went through? And you know what my answer is? I don't know. I'm not in remission. What? You're not in remission? I thought you said you're symptom-free. You don't have to run to the bathroom all these times a day. You're not bleeding. You're not bent over in cramps and wearing a diaper and diarrhea. And I'm telling you all the gruesome symptoms that you may be able to relate to with the GI issues. Yeah, I don't have those issues. Well, then how long do you think you've been in remission, Athena? I'm not in remission. I'm healed. I'm not in remission. I'm healed. Am I really healed though? Am I sure about that? Do I have doubts about that? How do I know I'm not in remission? How do I know I'm healed? How can I say that with such certainty? That is the question of the day. How can I say that? Well, yeah, we could argue it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago that I had symptoms. I had a healing crisis, at which time I went into a flare-up, So the healing crisis came first and then the flare-up. But that was just over 2 years ago. Right. Just over 2 years ago. About, actually 2.5 years ago now. So in the grand scheme of life, you can argue it's not that long, right? But do I need to measure how long it's been? So should I wait 5 more years to say I'm healed? Should I wait 4.5 more months before I say I'm healed? Or do I believe right now I'm healed? I believe I am. Is there a possibility I'm going to have another healing crisis? Could be. Could be. Especially because in the future I'm going to dig deeper, and who knows what will be revealed and I'll be faced with again. But you see, the difference is my mindset. My mindset this time versus some years ago, where I was just riddled with fear and worry and uncertainty and hopelessness, that I could ever get out of this vicious cycle, this revolving door of debilitation and illness and loss and suffering, And I do have a different mindset. If I have something in the future come up, I can deal with it because I know the truth about healing now. I know that I can say this will be temporary, this too shall pass, where in the past I didn't know that because I was locked in that world for years. Now, of course, I had periods of remission back then, and I would even use those words, remission. I'm in remission. Do you know the term remission in my mind means, well, I'm doing okay for now, but at some point in the future, could be tomorrow, could be next week, next month, next year, that rug is going to be pulled out from under my feet and I'm going to go down again. It's an implied expectation that this too is only temporary, that this too is not true, that I've been healed, that this too, I'm not going to have long-term relief from this prison of symptoms that I'm in so much of my life. You see the difference of expectation, of belief. Look around at everything in your immediate circumstances right now. What do you see? Sofa, pillows, tables, chairs, books, lamps, kitty cat. Okay, well, maybe not the kitty cat is going to be included in this one, but that's what I see over there. Where did all that come from? What we see, these things, artwork, wallpaper, cameras, drums, candle holders. Where did all this come from? Do you know? It was created, right? Right. Everything around us was created. But what happened before that creation, before what we can see in front of our face now? Do you know? Yes, exactly. A thought. It all started with a thought. It all started with an intention, an emotion. Oh, I have a great idea. I want to bring that idea to reality. My intention is to do this, so here's what I need to do to make that happen, okay? And here we have the manifest and the physical, all of these things that we see in our immediate surroundings in our room right now. It's the same thing with your health and getting out of the prison that holds you right now. Everything, my friends, starts here. You can be on a good diet, and some of you may be right now, and even taking the herbs, which, by the way, if you're not, I would recommend that, but that's a whole other conversation and a whole other video. You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Have you ever heard this? Some rapper, I don't remember. The bottom line is, every creation, before it reaches the physical manifestation, starts here with our thoughts, our mind, our intentions, our emotions. So you better believe this has everything to do with your healing. If you're healing more slowly, if you feel like you've reached a plateau and you can't break through to the next level, if you just feel defeated, that you don't have the discipline, you're not worthy, you don't deserve to be well, it's going to happen to everyone but you, then you need to check what's really laying underneath those belief patterns. Because what you believe here, your body follows. The physical follows. I know this, not just from my body, but from my background of creating things. And I know you don't know much about my background, but I don't know if we need to get into that right now, but I like to make things. And I have since I was a very small girl. So I understand about having ideas and then bringing them into reality. It's the same with your health. If you really are not sure you can heal fully, you won't. If you really don't believe it, or if you believe, oh, I think I can make some progress, but I'm really not ever going to heal. And first of all, we have to define what healing is. You know, some people have asked me, am I really healed? Well, you know, that's a big umbrella of a question. And I have to knock that down. Do I believe we're 100% healed? I can't state 100% of anything, because we have a lot of, we're complicated creatures with many emotions. We're always evolving. We're fluid in our thoughts, our wishes, our desires. Our favorite color last year may have been purple, and now we're into a pink mode or so. You know what I mean? We're all, or just 6 months ago we were crazy about blueberries, and now we're stuck on apples. You know, I mean, it just, there's no 100%. It's a lifelong creation. It's a lifelong art project. We are. And the sooner you can look at it that way, is one way of looking at it. There's many ways of looking at it. And accept that, you know, I'm not a perfectionist. I don't subscribe to that kind of thought. I do, however, you know, have high standards of personal and professional performance, which is different than perfection. Being realistic about what my abilities are and doing the best to those abilities. And my abilities over the years have changed. Not because I'm older, you know, I went from 12 to 22 or whatever the ages are. It's because of things that have happened. Just like I don't look the same as I did. You know, we're always changing and evolving and growing and molding into something else. And hopefully we bring along the way lessons learned, wisdom gained, more confidence, more trust about what we're feeling, not looking to the outside for others' opinions, advice, approval, and worth. Not looking to others to reflect back our worth. If you just look around at many people in this world, wherever you are, you know, I'm in a different location than you, obviously. Look around. You're not going to see the majority, we'll say, okay? The majority of people you see, whether you're at the market to get some groceries, or you're at the gym working out, or just name it, whatever you could be. You're at the classes at school. You're not going to see the majority of the people thriving with happiness, living a lifestyle that they feel great about, that they're happy in, that they're thriving and confident and healthy. And when I say healthy, I mean in all ways. Not just physical. You can't look at health as just the physical. And that's where we're at the beginning of this. It all starts here. It all starts here. And your body follows your thoughts and your beliefs. So if I believe this pill is going to help me, we'll say, a pharmaceutical, then chances are I'm going to take that. So because I believe that, my action is that I'm going to take it to see. If I don't believe it, I'm probably not going to take it, or I'm not going to stick with the protocol. So let me know in the comments below. I want a dialogue. I want more dialogue, and because that's what this is. It's just not me broadcasting to whomever's going to see. And, you know, are you there? Are you getting, what do you think? Where are you at? Are you stuck in some beliefs? Are you stuck in you're not worthy, you don't deserve it, you're not capable of getting well? And if so, who told you that? Are they really your beliefs? Or are they a reflection of where you've come from growing up? And that's a whole other video I'm going to make about where we've come from and how that's affected who we are today, and how many of us, because I've talked to a number of people, are locked in to that past of where they've come from. And admittedly, many of us have come from, you know, not great situations, abuse, mental, emotional, physical, you know, substance abuse from other people, all sorts of things. A lot of us have come from troubled households growing up. Violent, all sorts of things. So I get it. Believe me, I do. And I also know what was is not an indication of what's to be unless you choose to do that. You know, I forget who said this, and it doesn't matter. It was some wise person somewhere in the world. It's anger, you know, feeling angry is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die from that poison. You know, when you're angry at someone and you don't forgive yourself or others, and you're hanging on to what was and the harm that was done to you, it only hurts you. You are the one creating that physical manifestation of continued pain and hurt and suffering. And unless and until you choose to change that, to forgive it, to mourn about it and release it, and we can talk about how to do that. But until then, it doesn't matter what's going on. You're not going to get to that next level of wellness. So you yourself are holding yourself hostage at this point. Not those events that already are long ago in the past done. It's you keep reviving them, giving life to them, activating them every day, that you think about it, that you just can't get over it. Well, you're the one that decided not to get over it. Life has moved on. The situation is done. Can you change the past? Of course you can't. But you can change the way you feel about it. You can change the story you tell yourself about it. And you can change the story you tell others about it. Because if you don't, you are stuck in that story, and you're stuck with the bad results, the bad consequences as a result of those negative situations. You can't get good out of it. I know that's oversimplified, and we can talk for hours about this. I can. But I want to know if you get what I'm saying. Does that make sense to you? This video has taken a completely different turn than what I thought we would talk about today, but that's how it goes. That's why I don't like to script out things, and I speak from the heart, and I speak unedited, because I'm giving you my heart and soul, what I believe, what I've experienced, what I know, what I feel for right now, in the moment. We're having this dialogue. So, do me a favor and dialogue back. You know, I'm interested in anything you have to say. I really am. We have a small group of people here, and I've liked that for various reasons, and I'll share about that more another time. And I want to say, for those who I've talked with, I really appreciate you being real and sharing with me, you know. That means a lot to me, because that's what I'm doing with you. I don't know how to be any other way. And there's no point to be any other way. I mean, we get enough lies and half-truths and everything else from the world. Do we need more? No. Do you need to tell yourself more? No. So, here we're serving up truth. We're serving up reality. We're serving up life. And what to do, where to go from here. And how to heal ourselves while we're healing together. And that's what we're doing here at the Emerald Cafe. I'm going to wrap it up right now, and I hope you got something valuable and meaningful. If you still want to talk to me, today is the time to get hold of me, and just let me know. And it's been a real pleasure to be in your reality today. And I look forward to seeing you next time.